What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles, man. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the Mod Squad. Excuse me, man. Let me get my gear together. Salute to all you goons. Okay. Let's run the likes up to 75%. Run the likes up to Howie Long. 75%. Okay. Last but not least, man, tip your bartender. What's going on, y'all, man? I'm out here chilling, bro. Been chilling out here all afternoon, bro. Been kicking it. Got the new set. Very nice, man. Even the family's been out here. Been out here eating and relaxing and doing whatever, man. But that's not why I'm here, man. It's not time to relax. Right now it's time to talk, man. Okay, it's time to talk. Some of you guys hit me up, but I have to give credit to my boy, Chris Leonard, who's hit me up on this particular topic that we're going to have today, but I already was going to talk about it anyway. And we're going to get right to it, man. But before we do that, man, let's just find out how you guys are doing. How y'all day today? Put a 1 in the chat if your day was good. Put a 2 in the chat if it could have been better. Better luck next time. Put a 1 in the chat if your day was cool. Put a 2 in the chat if it wasn't. Okay? Couple things, man. I still need for you guys to make sure you guys are going to the notification bell, whether you did it or not, whether you're getting the notice or not. Go there, hit that notification bell on the drop-down menu. When it says all notifications, pick that one. Just need to make sure, man. Just need to make sure. All right, man. This particular subject, man, that I was going to talk about, man, is in regards to a tweet that former defensive back that played for the Raiders by the name of Jonathan Abram posted. Now, before we get into that, man, this was something that I was gonna talk about, but I wasn't gonna put on no Raider. I wasn't gonna put no Raider gear on for it. Because for me, yeah, I'm a 52-year Raider fan, 3 rings, all these ones are all mine, all these Super Bowls. But at the end of the day, man, some things ain't Raider worthy, bro. Some things ain't Raider worthy. Some things ain't Blaze One for the Nation worthy. Okay? Because those type of things, those are traditional. Those are things that you do when you're trying to be have a certain vibe when you coming from somebody like me. Those things, they mean something. And this don't really mean nothing to me, really, because of who's talking and who they're talking about. But I decided to go ahead and throw on some of this dope-ass merch. You can go pick up this Howie Long at MatthewShackUnfiltered.com, because I kind of started having Raider pride kick in. My Raider pride started poking me, doing this. Like, what? Man, this is something you need to be a little bit more silver and black on. I ain't doing that, man. These cats ain't working. That's what I was saying. Yo, she'll take your ass in there and throw on some shit so you could really cook. So reluctantly, I threw on some gear, but then again, I got gear all over the place. But I just want to let you know, I don't really care because of who's talking, but this point needs to be made, so I do care. I don't care about the people, but I care about what was said. So let's get to it. Okay? Jonathan Abram, man. You remember Jonathan Abram? Number 24, man. The guy that was running around, man, in his rookie year. We drafted him out of Mississippi, man, a first-round draft pick. His first game that he ever played for us, the season opener, running around, running in there like a crash test dummy, running into everything, man, and broke his collarbone the first game that he ever played in the pros, and was out the whole year and all of that, man, and had the audacity and unmitigated gall for somebody to put the legendary number 24 on, bro. This guy. Well, today, man, he put out a tweet, okay? And the tweet that he put out, bro, was a picture that a lot of us have taken, driving into Las Vegas. If you're coming from the airport or you're driving into Las Vegas from California, you're going to be going northbound on the 15 freeway. And as you start getting closer and closer, you will start seeing the Death Star, Allegiant Stadium on the left-hand side. And I know that I've taken pictures. I know a lot of you guys have taken pictures of that view. And Jonathan Abram decided that it was a good time for him to not only take a picture, but to remind us of who absolutely destroyed what was going on there, okay, when he was there. All right. So this is pro Yahoo Sports. Jonathan Abram said he should be arrested. Ex-Raider DB slams Josh McDaniels for sabotaging the Raiders franchise. Okay. So before we get started, man, let me just go ahead and show you. Let me just go ahead and show you where I'm at, so you guys can actually follow along if you want to, man. Go ahead. That's it. That's it right there. That's Jonathan Abrams, Yahoo Sports. There you go right there, man. He said he should be arrested. Okay. Josh McDaniels for sabotaging the Raiders. All right. Okay. So now that you guys have seen that, let me go ahead and put this back on the stand, and we will get into it, man. We will get into it. First of all, man, I'm not going to act like I didn't tell you about this stuff, that I didn't tell you about it when it was happening. Okay, so that's first of all. You guys already know that I told you about it from day one. Okay, so on this channel, I told you about Josh McDaniels. Put a 1 in the chat if I told you day one we were effed. The word that begins with an F and ends with a D. The first day. And you know what? A lot of you guys told me, come on, Shaq, man, he's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. All of that excuses that you guys make every time you're hoping someone's going to save you. And I said, that don't mean nothing, man. I remember when he coached the Denver Broncos, and he was the whole of a cow's bunghole. That's what he was as a coach. Okay? And y'all definitely were not believing me. Okay? So let's read it. All right? So all I'm doing is just telling you something I told you 4 years ago. All right? But anyway, I digress. So it says, Josh McDaniels has been out of Las Vegas for quite some time. Facts. However, I mean, every time I'm reading something, I mean, it's always however, man. I mean, come on. The former Raider head coach is still catching heat from players who were a part of the short-lived but disastrous tenure. Jonathan Abram calls out Josh McDaniels for ruining the Raiders. Former Raiders safety Jonathan Abram took a shot at McDaniels while going past Allegiant Stadium. He shared a picture of the stadium via a story on his Instagram account. He did not hold back while talking about his former head coach. Quote, talking about Allegiant, I miss playing inside of you. Pause. That when I read that, I was like, hey man, that sounds really intimate. Okay. I miss playing inside you. That's just, it's not the way you start a sentence, but hey, whatever. Okay. He wrote, Josh McDaniels ruined everything we built. He should be arrested for sabotaging the organization and going to New England. Unquote. This is not an isolated feeling towards McDaniels, as many Raiders players from that roster were happy his firing was announced. I know I was. Also, Abram was amongst players that were released after McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler began reshaping the roster. The Raiders ended the 2022 season 4 years ago with plenty of optimism after Phoenix 10-7, Rich Bisaccia, earning a playoff berth the year before. They even won the final 4 regular season games before falling to the Bengals in the wild card round. Postseason, players backed Rich Bisaccia to become the team's head coach. Instead, Mark Davis hired McDaniels. And the decision backfired handsomely. The Raiders just won 6 games in McDaniels' first season. Then he was fired midway through the 2023 season. McDaniels finished with a Raiders record of 9-16. record in Vegas, Davis also dismissed Dave Ziegler and offensive coordinator Mick Lombardi. McDaniels' exit was welcomed by several players, including Davante Adams, who reportedly clashed with the coach during their time together and appeared in much better spirits following the firing of his firing. While shooting a mini basketball in the locker room, I remember that when he did that. As the 2026 season inches closer, the Raiders have found hope. The franchise has not posted a winning record since Rich Bisaccia in 2021. That's 5 years ago. But there is renewed optimism under Clint Kubiak, blah, blah, blah. So Jonathan Abram, man, is trying to say, man, that Josh McDaniels should be fired for sabotaging the Raiders. And he feels that what we built, talking about what we built, and I'm trying to understand what he meant by that. So if you agree with him, you agree with Jonathan Abram, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't agree with Jonathan Abram, put a 2 in the chat. Okay? Let's just go. Do you think Josh McDaniels should be arrested for sabotaging, in his words, the Raiders franchise when he was there? All right? Let's see what you guys come up with. In the meantime, where's Jonathan Abram been? All right? I haven't heard from the kid. I haven't seen him. We know that he went to the Saints the year after. He wound up being waived from there. So where has he been? So I had to do a little digging to find out where Jonathan Abram has been, bro. Okay? Where has he been? All right? So where he's been, according to this, is that he has been managing Rains Ranch. He has his own working equestrian ranch that's located in Mississippi, Summerall, Mississippi. So he has a ranch, and he has horses and, you know, horse riding and all of that. I mean, I guess he took that Raider first round money and did something with it. He didn't Jamarcus Russell it off. Okay. They said that, you know, that his equestrian facility focuses on horse boarding, trail rides, riding lessons, serves as a hub for community outreach, equestrian therapy programs targeting wounded warriors, disabled veterans, and autistic individuals. Okay, so he's doing something positive. He took his money. How much money did he actually make from the Raiders? I looked that up too. Go ahead. All right. According to Spot Track, he made about 11.5 million. Not bad for somebody who didn't play much, didn't do much, and whatever else. Okay. Now, before we get all into this, man, I really want you guys to remember what Jonathan Abram did, because we all know that during the course of time, you will think of the good things more than you'll think of the bad things if you're not really thinking about a person. Okay? If you think of a person and you're not thinking bad things initially, then you're going to think of the good things. Okay? And I know a lot of you guys go, oh, but he was a hitter, bro. Oh, you know, he was this, he was that. Okay, so let me tell you. All right? Here's why he was released, just to remind you why he was released. Okay? Main reason why he was released in November of 2022, all right, was because, and he got released during the season. Let's not forget. During the season, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler got rid of his ass during the season. Okay? He got cut right in the middle of the year. He struggled with pass coverage, failed to meet the high expectation of a first-round draft pick. That sounds familiar. And no longer fit into the team's long-term plans of the coaching regime. So here are the key factors, because I just really want you to remember who's talking, all right? Who said that Josh McDaniels destroyed and sabotaged what we built, all right? So here we go. Struggles in pass coverage. While Abram was known for his physical play and his tackling ability, he frequently struggled to defend against modern NFL passing attacks, limiting his value as a starting safety. In other words, he could tackle, but he couldn't cover. He was getting absolutely shellacked out there. Okay. Number 2, new coaching regime with Josh McDaniels, general manager Dave Ziegler, who took over in 2022, had no ties to Abram. They declined his 5th-year option prior to the season and eventually lost faith in him as a starter, shifting his role to special teams, He was not even starting when he got cut. He was a special teams player along with Cleveland Farrell, another, your fourth pick of the draft a few years before that. All right. Roster rebuild with Abram was a part of a very scrutinized draft era by the previous office, and a new regime began actively clearing out former draft picks to rebuild the roster, which was, we're getting rid of these guys out of here. That was Gruden guys, Gruden and Mayock, getting them out of here. Okay. Lastly, lack of trade options. General Manager Dave Ziegler attempted to try to trade Adams before the trade deadline, was unable to find a willing partner, ultimately releasing him as a result. So let's not put any rose-colored glasses on. Let's get these likes up and get this tip jar popping. Let's not put no rose-colored glasses on like you guys like to do and say he was this and he did this for us and he did that. I just told you what he did. He didn't do anything. When he got cut, he was a special teams player. Okay, that's why I did that, because I know a lot of y'all gonna come in and you're gonna start talking about he did this and he did that and that. No. He was a bust, bro. He was a B-U-S-T. Absolute bust. All right. Just want to make sure you guys understand that. All right. He ain't no different than the other bust. He ain't no different than Arnett. Damon Arnett played more than he did. He ain't no different than the rest of these guys that was out there not doing shit. Okay? So understand that. Okay? All right? So that's what we got with it. As far as I'm concerned, bro, I had to make myself be a Raider on this one. Because I'm so far past this, and I said it so much, and I was definitely being ignored. I was being ignored by Raider Nation. I was being ignored by Unfiltered Nation. I was getting ignored by all y'all. Okay? When I was telling you, Josh McDaniels, without question, was an absolute horrible hire, bro. Horrible. Now, before we get to that, we just told you there was people who didn't feel Josh McDaniels was the good coach. But there is people who did like Josh McDaniels. So before I start smashing on him, pause. You need to know who definitely supported Josh McDaniels. Okay? So I'm not making it easy for you guys, because that's what you guys want, bro. Okay? All right? So here's what another article is saying about this Jonathan Abram saying he destroyed the Raiders. Here's what it's saying. Was Josh McDaniels responsible for the Raiders' downfall? Here's what it says. McDaniels deserves a lot of blame on how bad the Raiders were playing during his tenure, but he made several questionable roster decisions. Players didn't vibe with his coaching style, but at the same time, he didn't inherit a great roster. If you go around the National Football League and you ask everybody else, not a Raider fan, what Josh McDaniels did, they're going to say that Josh McDaniels was hindered and his reputation was destroyed by us. They're going to say it's us, not him. All right? Okay. Here's who respected him on the team. During the 2023 season, the locker room clearly turned on McDaniels. There was a mutiny. Players weren't happy. That said, it didn't necessarily have to do with him being a bad person or likable. Defensive end Max Crosby respected Josh McDaniels. He previously spoke on how actually his relationship was with the coach. Here's what Mad Max had to say. Quote, "That's my guy. I respect the hell out of Coach McDaniels. He was a great one to me. I have nothing but good things to say," unquote. What? Y'all got the bubble guts? The greatest Raider, Las Vegas Raider of all time? You want me to read it again? Man, the hell with all of that. Hell with reading it. I'll just let you see it, bro. Because I know y'all ain't going to say shit now. Okay? I know you're not. That's why I did it. Here we go. Let me make it very difficult for you guys to try to just stand on a square, bro. Okay? Heavy.com. See that? That's my guy. That's my guy. I respect the hell out of Coach McDaniels. Crosby said after the Raiders played preseason week 1 of the 2025 season. 2025. 2025. 2025. That was last year. That's when we beat them. Remember when we went to Gino won his first game? That was the first game of the season last year. Right there. Right there, excuse makers. What does it say? He was always great to me, and I have nothing but great things to say, unquote. I'd love to hear what y'all got to say about that shit. Josh McDaniels was so bad. He was so horrible. Everybody knows that. Does everybody know that? Nah, everybody doesn't know that. Everybody doesn't know that, homie. Sorry. Y'all ain't going to be able to just squeak around like you like to do. That's why I got my shit on. That's why I'm wearing it. We're gonna test to see if y'all some real Raiders or not, man, or if you guys are situational Raiders. We're gonna find that out. I know where my shit lies. I know where my loyalty lies, bro. My loyalty lies with this. Where lies loyalties? Shaky. Josh McDaniels hasn't been the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders for almost 4 years, but Max Crosby last year, after we played them, said that's his guy and he respects the hell out of him. And he says he was always great to me. I have nothing but good things to say. What do you got to say, homie? What say you? I'm going to say what I got to say. As a guy that has all these Super Bowls on his hat, including the one on the back. All of these is mine. I know what I got to say. I don't care what nobody has to say about Josh McDaniels, bro. I don't care who it is. It could be Mark. It could be the late, great Al Davis. I don't care what nobody has to say because I have my own opinion that overrides everybody's opinion. I've been around longer than everybody. Okay? I've been a Raider Max's whole life. And Josh McDaniels was a piece of shit. Okay? He's a piece of shit. I don't care who you like. I don't care who said it. It could be 98. It could be damn 75. It could be 12, 32. I don't give a shit who it is. Okay? It could be number 63. It could be 00. It could be number 21. It could be number 25. It could be number 87. It could be a whole bunch of people. It could be a whole bunch of people. Okay? The bottom line is I have my own opinion. I have my own opinion. My son really wants to say something so bad.
It could be.
Okay, when you get to it, let me know. All right, thank you. All right. As I was saying, it doesn't matter who's talking, bro. I don't care who said anything. I don't need a player to tell me how I feel about the Raiders when I've been a Raider fan since 1974, bro. Ain't nobody talking been a Raider longer than me. Nobody's talking has been a Raider longer than me, bro. I grew up in that stadium in Oakland. When I became a fan, I was a little kid. We had 0 rings. Every Super Bowl belongs to me. I'm the expert. Y'all can like who you want to like. Just because Max said he's a great guy and I have nothing but good things to say, that don't have no weight with me, bro. Love Max. But I love the Shield more. That dude was an absolute piece of shit. All right. But was he the worst head coach that the Raiders ever had? No. With all that being said, Josh McDaniels wasn't the worst head coach the Raiders ever had. That guy's name is Lane Kiffin. That is the worst head coach in the history of the Raiders. But back to what Jonathan Abram had to say. Man, ain't nobody listening to Jonathan Abram, bro. Man, I don't care about what he's talking about. Because the first thing he said is he missed playing inside the Death Star. That was his first thing. His first thing was, I miss playing inside you. Pause. I mean, you talk about something that's very sus to say, bro. That's super suspect, number one. Number two, man, who gives a shit what you think, bruh? You didn't say nothing when you could have said something, okay? When you got released, I didn't hear you come out and start talking all this shit. Now that your ass is firmly out of the league, and now you're trying to get good graces with us, we ain't heard high no hair of you, bro. You ain't been in no game. You ain't been in none of the alumni shit. Nobody gives a shit about somebody who absolutely came over here and just quit on us, bro. Okay? You quit on me, man. I don't care what your opinion is. You could be right. Okay? I've said it many a time that was some mutiny and he, hypothetically should have been arrested. But let's not get too full of ourselves, bro. All right? Mark Davis was the one who definitely messed that shit up. Okay? Josh McDaniels took advantage of Mark Davis. Okay? He took advantage of somebody who don't know football like he's supposed to. All right? Because Rich Bisaccia was the coach. We had what we needed. We absolutely had what we needed. But Mark Davis was the one that decided to kiss the ring on the damn Patriot hand. And you know what? If you look back on everything that's happened since then, bro, was all of this a play to get Tom Brady's attention, bro? Was all of this a play to get Tom Brady's attention? I mean, we're going to have to analyze that, bro. Because ever since Josh McDaniels, it's been Patriot City in Las Vegas. Anything that has to do with Brady and his past is all over the Raiders, bro. Okay? And I think that was like the first thing, bro. Like the first thing to try to maybe entice Tom to play for us. Okay? Maybe try to do that. Bring in Josh McDaniels when we had a full Raider team, bro. That 2001 Raider team, dog, that a lot of people was talking crazy about, a lot of people in the nation was talking about. Oh, man, Derek Carr this and Derek Carr that, man. We lost the damn wild card game to the team that was the best team in the AFC. It ain't like we lost to somebody who didn't go to the Super Bowl. We lost to the best team in the AFC. That's why we lost. We lost to the best team in the AFC who went and played the Rams and they got their asses whooped. We lost to the best team. The AFC conference champions were the team we lost to. And we had a lot of bad calls, bro. And we were forcing the ball down the field trying. That's why DC threw that interception, because we were trying to force the ball down the field because we couldn't run. Okay? And that's what we had to do. But damn, dude, Rich Bisaccia came in at the end of the middle of the season, took the same squad that wasn't winning shit, gave the ball to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs wound up leading the league in rushing. We win the last 4 games. Walk into the playoffs, dog, 10-6. We ain't seen double-digit wins since then. You had all Raiders running shit. We had everybody we needed to have. But Mark Davis has always seemed to have his eye on TB12 and how to get his attention, bro. And guess what? That was not Josh McDaniels' fault. That we were suckers for that. We were absolute suckers for that, bro. Okay? So that's where it started. When you give a $2 fool a $200 responsibility, you lose $198. Never give a $2 person a $200 responsibility, because you're going to lose $198. And that's exactly what happened. You got to go give it to mommy. That's mommy's. Okay? So that's how I feel about it. Do I feel Josh McDaniels should be arrested? Okay, if that's the case, then Mark Davis should be right with him. Okay, because come on, man, you don't let this dude come over here, man, and do what he did to our team, dog. And then when Antonio Pierce was asked to speak in for, because Josh lost the locker room, he didn't lose Max, but he lost the locker room. When AP went up there and told the story about how they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, he pulled AP aside and said, don't ever talk about the Patriots again that way, while he was wearing a Raider shield on his shirt and a Raider visor. If you can't understand whose fault was this at the same time, there's something wrong with you. Okay? That's what happened. I can't blame Josh McDaniels for the whole time that he made a mistake, that he was here. He was here under the guise of Mark Davis, somebody who should have known better. But ever since then, it's been Patriot City. He got Tom's attention, got him in on the aces, and then it's like, Tom, what do you want to do? Let me help you become an owner. Let me give you some, a deal on some shares and shit. And then the NFL was like, hell nah, you can't give him a buddy deal, bro. You can't give him the homie hookup. You got to give them the proper deal. What happened? He went and let Tom Brady bring in Spy Tech and bring in Ebon Durbin and bring in all his people. So I think, just my opinion, is that all of this beginning with Josh McDaniels was just to get Tom Brady's attention. That's what I think, because look at what's happened since. It's been Patriot City ever since. Okay? Anything to do with the Patriots or anything to do with Brady, it could be the Buccaneers, those Patriots / Bucks in it. I think that was the beginning of that shit. But at the end of the day, man, who cares? Jonathan Abram, you never should have been on our team. You were not NFL material, bro. You went right to the Saints and flamed out there too. Josh McDaniels will never be a head coach again. Okay? He didn't get the Patriots job. Jared Mayo got it. Okay? He was allowed to come back with Mike Vrabel to be the offensive coordinator. That's what he does. That's what he's good at. I don't have to like Josh McDaniels to tell you what he is. He is the most winningest offensive coordinator in NFL history. That's what he is. I didn't say the best. I didn't say the greatest. I said the greatest winner. Okay? 6 Super Bowl championships as the offensive coordinator. He pretty much knows what he's doing when it comes to that team. When it comes to the Patriots, that dude knows what he's doing. He just went to the Super Bowl again. He just became the offensive coordinator last season. The Patriots went to the bowl. They got their asses whooped, which was funny as hell, which is what I wanted. But the cat has been to like 9 bowls. When it comes to the Patriots, he knows how to run that offense. Regardless of who it is. Okay? Whether it's Drake May, whether it's Brady, whether it's Garoppolo, whether it's Stidham or whoever else. Okay? So, with that being said, bro, does he deserve to be arrested? Nah. He don't deserve to be arrested, bro, because he shouldn't have been here in the first place. Okay? You leave your wallet out with $100 bills sticking out, man, and there's people in there, known thieves in your house. Don't be surprised when your wallet's missing, brother. You say they helping you look for it. Long as you don't pat them down, you'll never find it. Oh man, let's check up under here. Oh man, let's check behind this pillow. Hey man, where were you? Let's retrace your steps. Long as you ain't patting somebody down, all you got to do is pat right here, and you'll feel the wallet inside his jacket in the inside pocket. But you ain't patting him down. As long as he can keep you moving around, you ain't gonna find the wallet. Maybe you left it at work. Yeah, man, let me run to work real quick. Yeah, while you running to work, he's running to wherever he's running to with your money. Okay? So at the end of the day, man, as a real Raider, bro, I don't care, man. There's too many people that I could say deserve to be arrested. I mean, if we're gonna start doing that, we got to start naming a whole bunch of people. And when I start naming dudes, when I start naming people, y'all will agree until I hit certain names. Once I hit certain names, that's when you guys are going to start feeling it in your chest, bro. It's just like when we used to play open chess when I was in high school. That means if you're walking around with your chest open, boom, we'd hit you in your chest. Next thing you know, you're walking around like this all around school because we're popping you in your chest every time your chest is open. Okay? They had to ban that from our school because we were jacking cats up. Okay? So now if I say certain names of people who I feel that definitely should be absolutely arrested for what they did with the Raiders, Y'all gonna agree until I start hitting certain names because we've done it before. All right? And y'all don't like certain names being brought up. Okay? As soon as certain names get brought up, oh, it's easy for Josh McDaniels. Oh, it's easy for Jonathan Abram. Oh, it's easy for Cleveland Farrell. Oh, it's easy for people who stole money. Oh, it's easy for Devontae Adams. But when I say Henry Ruggs, cheat, 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 cheat. Oh, come on, Shaq, man. He was on his way. See? You got to put him there too, bro. See, I don't play favorites, bro. It's Shield, argue with your mama. Ain't nothing before the Shield, bro. If you came over here and you didn't do your best and you didn't do what you supposed to do, Marcus Peters or anybody else that I named from way back in the days, okay, y'all gonna have a problem when I start naming certain people. All right? So that's what I'm talking about. Who cares? But I care. Because now we're going to find out the next people who are going to be on that list. Every season, you're going to find somebody who definitely deserves to be arrested for stealing money from the Raiders, bro. I can go all the way back. Warren Sapp. I can go back. Randy Moss. Oh, Randy Moss, bro. Randy Moss. He's on that list. He should be arrested too. Come on, bro. We can go all the way back. Larry Brown. I mean, I could just start naming all kinds of cats, bro. Okay. All right, man. Carson Palmer. I could go on and on and on and on. There is a good 50, 60 of them. I could just name them all. Okay. But y'all ain't going to agree with everybody I name. All right. Man, no. Don't put it over here. Don't put it over here. Okay. And that's what I got to say about it. Okay. Hey, babe. Matthew's dropping this ice cream stuff here on the floor over here. Try to put it on the couch. You better be careful. This couch brand new. All right. Todd Marinovich. We can go on and on, man. I can say a whole bunch of people. Antonio Brown. I can go on and on and on and on, bro. Whole bunch of bums. Y'all remember D'Angelo Hall? I'm saying names you got to be a real one to remember. D'Angelo Hall came over here, stole money. Who else can I say? Okay. Darius Hayward Bay. We can go on and on and on. I could spend a whole hour just going on the top of my head naming people who stole money from us, bro. Okay. Absolutely. Robert Gallery. I could go on and on and on and on, bro. Jonathan Abram ain't nothing but another guy who stole money from us, bro, trying to act like he want to blame Josh McDaniels for some shit. You crazy as hell, man. You on the list too. Okay? We told you slow your ass down. There's too many of them, dog. Too many of them. I'm not in. Look, ma, no hands. I'm not looking at no computer, nothing. I'm looking straight at you. Okay? I can just go off the top of my head, bro, just thinking of these bums that we've had, bro. We've had some serious ass bums. Okay? All right? Chandler Jones. Oh, come on, Shaq. He had to admit he was pretty. See, y'all just spinning in your head, bro. Doesn't a couple of plays don't get it done. Jack Del Rio, without question. Okay. John Gruden, the second time. Yeah. Don't play with me, man. I don't have no filter. This is Matthew Shaq Unfiltered. Garyon Conley, Philip Buchanan. I mean, it's all in here, bro. I'm just naming them, dog. Stanford Route. I go on and on and on and on, bro. On and on. It ain't even hard for me to think of these dudes, bro. Not even hard, bro. Okay? All right? Straight up. Okay? I can just keep going, bro. What was that fool's name, man? What was that fool's name, man? The linebacker, what's his name, dude? He went to the Cowboys. What was his name, man? Linebacker, not Alden Smith, man. The other dude, what was his name, bro? Okay, was he out of Alabama? What was his name, man? Was his name McLaren? What was that? McLean? Rolando McClain. I just started that nigga name. Rolando McClain, bum. I just started it myself. I just said, y'all don't even understand the supercomputer that's in here. I was filing through. What is that nigga name? Whole bunch of them. Okay? But y'all got affinities for certain people. You said Marcus Tuiasosopo. I don't have a problem with Tui. Tui was never a starter. Okay? All right? Okay? But Marcus Mariota, yeah. Remember? Oh, yeah, Shaq, man. Marcus Mariota's going to take Derek Carr's job. Put a one in the chat when you remember they were telling me that on here. And I said, man, Marcus Mariota ain't better than Derek Carr, bro. Oh, yeah, watch, man. He just needs a full off season. Man, Marcus Mariota never took DC's job, okay? Put him on the list. We could keep going, dude. Jordy Nelson. And come on, man. Who are y'all playing with? I've been here since 74. I'll start saying names you don't even know. Okay? Don't play with me, man, when it comes to this. That's why I got my shit on right now. All right? That's why I make dope-ass Raider merch. I can keep going on. Matt McGloin, I ain't going to put him on there because Matt McGloin was a backup. All right? I'm talking about guys who were supposed to come over here and get shit done, and they didn't get shit done. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? What's that boy's name? Tyrell Williams? What? Man, I'm starting to get fired up. Tyrell Williams? Who else? Who else can I name, dog? Who else can I name? I can name a whole bunch of other cats. I can keep going, bro. Keep going. All day. All right? No problem, dog. All right? Whole bunch of them. So, at the end of the day, man, Jonathan Abram, what he said don't mean shit to me. But Josh McDaniels was only here because of Mark Davis. And if I've never heard Mark Davis ever say anything negative about Josh McDaniels. I've never heard him say anything, I've never heard him say anything about Josh McDaniels. But I did hear him say something about Tom Telesco. But I didn't hear him say anything negative about Dave Ziegler, Patriot. And I didn't hear him say anything negative about Josh McDaniels. Okay? I didn't hear that. I heard that he said it just wasn't working out, this, that, and the other, But the relationship with Tom Brady was already there. Okay? It was a good look. Sometimes you do things for a look. All right? I think we got rid of Rich Bisaccia, who was a real Raider, who everybody loved, who actually came in there and galvanized. That was a time where I felt it. I felt the Raider mystique. I felt it when he was the coach. There's been 2 times when I felt it in the past 5 years. Okay, we'll see what Kubiak and them got to do. They got to earn that. The last 2 times I felt Raider mystique was with 2 guys that were real Raiders. Rich Bisaccia, number 1, and Antonio Pierce. No matter how bad Raider Nation talks shit about this guy, 63-21 against the damn Chargers at home. Everybody was dancing around their damn coffee table like I was. Okay? I felt it. Those were the 2 most times in the past 5 years I felt the most Raider mystique since this one right here, bro. Since that. Or since the 90s heyday. Or since Gruden, the first tenure when we were winning in 2002. I'll say that. I won't go back that far. I've only felt that Raider OG mystique 2 times in 5 years, bro. I never felt that way when Chuck was the coach. Never. I was hoping I'd feel it, but I felt it when Bisaccia, when we won that last game and we made the playoffs, and we won when we played against the Chargers at home, and the Chargers were trying to knock us out. They didn't want to. We would have tied the game. We would have both won the playoffs, and they decided to try to. What was his name? What was the head coach of the damn Chargers' name? What was that boy's name? Okay, I wish Ike Boy was here. Okay, what was that bum ass name, man? Okay, he decided to try to run it up, and he didn't get it done. And then we gave it to Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs ran 10 yards for the first down. And then we kicked the field goal to win. And Justin Hertbert was on the sidelines talking about, I would do anything to win. Remember, I felt like a Raider then. That was against the Chargers. I felt like a Raider again when we beat 63-21. And I felt like a Raider when I predicted that we were going to beat the Chiefs on Christmas in 2023. 2 coaches did that shit. Pierce did it twice. Versace did it once. I ain't felt it since. Okay? So, at the end of the day, hey man, Jonathan Abram, okay, that's cool. But you didn't build anything, bro. You were out all year. You got hurt. First game, you were out the rest of the year, bro. He was out. He was on injured reserve his entire rookie year. He missed every game, bro, outside of the game he played in. I think we playing Denver that game too, if I ain't mistaken. Running around, just running without no helmet, just running head on into people, bro. Okay? Remember, he actually got hurt. If you guys remember, Jonathan Abram got hurt trying to hit somebody hella hard that was going out of bounds, and he ran into the television shit. You know, the television camera shit. You know, they got the wire and the things, the little robot, little drone thing that Jonathan Abram ran. Remember, he ran right into that damn whole TV hookup that the guy was sitting on. The guy that's sitting way high, got the wheels on it, and it drives, and the dude's way up here. He ran into that shit because he was right. I mean, what an idiot. We don't miss you, bro. We don't want you to come to no alumni games. You ain't did nothing. Enjoy your ranch. I appreciate the fact that you're doing something for the community. You made your money. You made $10 million. You didn't blow it all like Jamarcus Russell, or blow it all like Damon Arnett, or blow it all like Cleveland Farrell, or blow it all like Alex Leatherwood, or blow it all, or doing time like your boy Jonathan. Your boy Henry Ruggs. All y'all from the same draft, man. Okay? At least you did something positive with it. Looks like you still got you some paper. But we don't care, bro, what you think. All right? We don't care if you missed playing in there because you didn't respect playing in there. If you would have respected it when you had the opportunity, you would have been there longer. Okay? So, all right, man, let me read you guys' questions, dog. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm chilling. All right, man. Tip jar is empty, man. Put something in it. All right, man. But hey, that's how I feel about it, dog. Like I said, I had to put my Raider shit on. There's too many people who deserve to be put in Alcatraz over there in the Bay, over in the San Francisco Bay over there behind a Raider. Okay? Too many people. Josh McDaniels is not even first, second, or third. There's people who are way ahead of him. All right? Okay? That need to be there first. Okay, we don't need to try him first. We need to try these other dudes first who came over here and absolutely just stole from us. All right? So, just keep that in mind, bro. All right, man. Cerebro, what's going on? Cerebs, what's happening? Justin Sizzle, what's happening? All right, man. Roderick Smith, what's going on? Hey, Roderick, man, you know what it is, dog. I'm just out here chilling, man, enjoying the weather, man. I've been out here since about 12, dog. I've been out here just chilling. Yeah, me and Son out here. He out here chilling. He wanted to really say something because he got excited because he heard me getting excited. Okay. This one ain't Blaze one for the nation worthy. Hell nah, dog. I'm not blazing one for the nation, man, about no Josh McDaniels. The last time I blazed one for Josh McDaniels was when he got fired. I'm not blazing one because Jonathan Abram said some shit. All right? I ain't doing that. All right, man. Straight up, Ray Flores in the building. What's going on? Gabe Davis was happening. Rafi was happening. Rafi 213. Jay Marion in the house. Okay. Interesting title of the stream. I'm just telling you what was said. Okay. All right, man. I see these ones. Low key. Why doesn't the NFLP whoever actually looks into finding, go after coaches like McDaniels? Well, because, man, it's the NFL coaches, the NFL owners don't want to open that can of beans. The coaches have their own association. They're not a member of the NFLPA. They have their own, they have the NFL Coaching Association. I think they're the NFLCA. Okay? They have their own union. Coaches are ownership and administration decisions. You cannot be the head coach of a team without the express written consent of the owner of that team. It's a personal decision. Do you want somebody to mandate? The owners don't ever want to be mandated and held accountable for shit. Now you're going to be able to mandate what happens? No. They have their own arbitration process when coaches and owners have financial disagreements. NFLPA don't want the NFLPA to have nothing to do with that. The owners deal with the players separately through the league, and the owners hire their own coaches. Okay, so that's why. All right. Now the better said, like my new office. Oh, it's about to get better. It's about to get better, man. My new office. You don't even understand. My legs are up. I'm relaxing. I'm chilling. I got the breeze going on, bro. We got all the brand new. This furniture's brand spanking new. That's what I was trying to tell the wife. You better get out here. This ice cream be dripping on this shit. She don't gonna be looking at me. Okay, you better get out and clean it up. All right, man. Daniel Berry Sports. All right, man. What's happening, man? Ray Flores. I'm in new and all. I'm chilling, dog. Okay, and it's gonna get better. Okay, it's just kicking it, man. I got the awning right here, dog. Sun ain't bearing down on me, man. The wind, the breeze, the ocean breeze is breezing in. I mean, damn, I could blaze one for the nation, man. It ain't like I ain't got cigars right here, because I do. But guess what? Man, I ain't blazing one for no damn Josh McDaniels, man. I'm good. Okay? I ain't doing it. Or no Jonathan Abrams. Okay? All right, man. You absolutely destroyed the team and won't stop by it because it was a travesty. I mean, yeah, man, but you got to put everybody on that list. Okay? All right, man. Abrams said for him to go back to New England, which he did. He did. All right, man. But you were right. We all knew. Hey, man, I tried to warn you guys. You guys told me I didn't know what I was talking about. You guys wanted to win so bad that you guys were telling me he's a 6-time Super Bowl champion, Shaq. I'm like, what's that hell that got to do with anything? Y'all always fall for it. You always fall for it, bro. You always fall for what somebody does with somebody else, dog. Okay? You always fall for that. Okay? Simple as that, man. You know what I'm saying? Chrissy was a good girl when she was with Joey. Now she's a thought when she's with you. I mean, hey, man, it don't matter, dog. It don't matter what you do with them. It matters what you do with me. Okay? I made that shit clear. Try to warn you guys about Josh McDaniels. But hey, you guys and then you guys got it wrong about, y'all done got it wrong so many times, dog. I don't even want to get into it, dog. I mean, every time I told you what was good for us, y'all told me I was wrong, and everything I told you that was bad for us, you told me it was wrong. It doesn't even matter, bro. I just have to sit back and let you guys learn the hard way. Okay? I mean, it is what it is, dog. All right? Okay, some of us don't have to do it. Okay? All right, man. Have good questions in the chat. Who's your team? I mean, you gotta be able to tell you who you shouldn't have to ask that. Okay? All right, man. Okay, straight up, man. Salute. What's up, brother Tito? Hey, Tito, good to see you, brother. Hey, man, what's happening? Okay, man, straight up, man. Said you already heard about it. Hey, man, I heard you. Okay? Can I stand when McDaniels wore the shield upside down? I mean, I was complaining about it, man. Yo, man, come on, Shaggy. I mean, okay. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of somebody who you hate did something, and somebody who you like did the same shit. This is how much of a Raider I am. This is how even-handed I am. This shows that I'm shield first. We all know Josh McDaniels wore the Raider shield upside down like this. When he had his headband on, he wore it upside down for a whole quarter. Okay? He had it upside down for a whole quarter. All right? Now, those of you guys who may have been in the military, I've never been in the military, but both of my parents were officers in the military. Those of you guys who have been served in the military, thank you for your service, first and foremost. Second of all, what does a flag flown upside down mean? What does a flag for you military guys? Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard. What does a flag flown upside down mean? All right? I guess we'll find out sooner or later. All right? Okay, hey, you want to close this door? Okay. No, close the door. No, not that door. Not that door. No, not that door. Hold on. 1 second, man. Hold on.
I want to watch the movie.
Okay, you want to go in here and go talk to your mama? All right. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and get him where he need to be at. Okay, because it's about that time for him to start getting upset about shit. All right. So, what does a flag flown upside down mean? You guys will let me know later on when I get to it. All right. But there's another guy that did something else. Remember when John Gruden came out to the game and he had an Oakland Raiders hat on and not a Las Vegas Raider hat on? Remember? Oh, Shaq, that's not a big deal. See? Like I said before, man, John Gruden did it too. He pulled the wrong hat out. He walked out with an Oakland Raider hat and had it on for like the first quarter. He did the same shit. He didn't wear the right shit. And he joked about it after. Come on, man. Like I said, man, y'all don't be playing it fair, man, but that's my job. Okay? All right, man, I see all those ones. See, John Entertainment did say he would live up to Charles Woodson's Willie Brown history. He was smart from what happened, but salute to him for talking trash about McDumbass. I mean, what's worse than somebody saying that they're going to do something and they don't do it? I mean, that's not a flex for me. Okay? I mean, shit. Let's go over it. I thought that would pop up. I can already kind of predict some of the things that you guys are going to say. So I prepare myself by pulling up certain things. Okay? I already know what y'all going to say. Especially Justin Saw, man, because Justin Saw is young. Okay? So, I thought this was going to be kind of fun. So let me show you this before I continue down the road. Let me show you guys this. All players to wear number 24 for the Las Vegas, LA, Oakland Raiders. Pro Football Reference. I already had that shit up because I knew one of you guys were going to bring up the 24 Charles Woodson, what he said he was going to do. I mean, man, I predict you guys so easy, bro. I knew one of you guys were going to say that shit. I said, let me pull up every Raider to ever wear number 24, bro. Let's see if they lived up to it. Let's go. I was ready for that question, bro. I was ready. Here we go. Here are all the Raiders who've ever worn number 24. You tell me if they lived up to it or not. Let me go back to the furthest person. See if you guys even know. 1960, Bob Keys wore it. Bob Keys. First person ever wear number 24 is Bob Keys. Oakland Raiders. Next number after that, Fred Williamson wore number 24. Fred the Hammer Williamson, the actor, yeah, who actually went to Kansas City after that. I've heard of Fred Williamson, okay? All right. He wore it, okay? Then the next person to wear it was in 1967. A guy by the name of Willie Brown. Willie Brown wore it. You heard Willie Brown, right? Old man Willie. Seemed to be right. After 1978, who wore it? Nobody wore it for a long time. When Willie Brown retired in 78, the next person to wear that number was in 1990. Nobody wore 24 for about 12 years or more. Man, 12 after a long time. Shit, maybe longer than that. Okay. Ron Brown. Y'all remember Ron Brown, 1990? From the LA Raiders, I remember Ron Brown. Okay. He wore it. All right. Next person to wear that, no one wore it for a while. The next person to wear it was Patrick Bates. You guys remember Patrick Bates? I do. Okay. Didn't really live up to it. Then a guy who swore that he was going to be the person, because nobody lived up to Willie Brown's legacy. Nobody up to that point lived up to Willie Brown's legacy. Larry Brown in 1996, who was the MVP of the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl win when Dion was there. We got him in free agency. He played 1 year for us, and he swore he was going to be 24 and he was going to live up to it. He didn't. Yo, you have him. Oh, okay, I missed somebody. Lance Harkey in 1987. You don't even need to talk about him. Okay? Then in 1996, that was Larry Brown. Then in 1998, a guy by the name of Charles Woodson put it on. I think he did all right. Okay? After Woodson, that went to 2015. After that, nobody wore it for 2 years. Until Marshawn Lynch wore it in 2017. Okay? Well, actually, let me back up. Okay? There was a break. When Charles Woodson left the Raiders to go to the Cheeseheads, a guy by the name of Michael Huff wore it. 2006 to 2012. Michael Huff. Did he live up to it? No. Then Woody came back. All right. Then Marshawn got it. Then nobody wore 24 for 6 years. Okay. Until Jonathan Abram wore it. All right. And then after that, the last person to wear 24 was Marcus Peters. So out of all these people, who are the people that I feel that deserved it, that wore the number, that did it right? Fred Williamson, a lot of y'all ain't gonna know him, but I feel Fred Williamson probably was like the first person that I would give credit to. But he didn't make it legendary. But I put him on that list. Him, Willie Brown, Charles Woodson, Marshawn Lynch. And that's it. Okay? So I knew y'all was going to start talking about that 24 stuff. Okay? What's up, Marty? What's up, Rose? Okay. Abrams could be playing now for the league minimum. No, he can't. Ain't nobody want Jonathan Abram, man. Jonathan Abram is out of the league. He's never coming back, bro. He ain't playing for no league minimum, bro. You got to be good enough to do that. He ain't even good enough to do that. Okay, man. Rick Cervantes, what's going on? All right, man. What's happening? Yes, he was horrible. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Straight up. Okay. Yeah, man. Of course you still love Max, but I just told you Max don't have a problem with Josh McDaniels. Okay. Much as you want to shit on Josh McDaniels, your greatest player says he ain't got a problem with it. He loves the dude. What do you got to say about that? Okay. Oh, well, I still love him. Say, yeah. I always gonna test y'all loyalties. Okay. I'm always gonna test it. Okay. All right, man. Okay. Of course, Maurice's still your player, but I'm just trying to show you, man, it's not no universally recognized situation. Y'all still gonna do what y'all do. Y'all gonna still do what y'all do, bro. Regardless. Okay. Certain people you can't say nothing about. Don't matter. It's just like this what it is. Okay. All right, man. It's a privilege to be a Raider fan. Facts. Rick Cervantes, Josh McDaniels sucks. I agree. I think he is, but he ain't the worst coach ever. He ain't the worst coach in Raider history. Okay, man. Let's keep it a buck. See, John said agreed. McDaniels a freaking joke. Hey, man. Not everybody feels that way. Brady has been a great way to bring validation to the Raiders. I don't see that. How's Tom Brady brought validation to the Raiders, man? Do you know how many games we won the 2 years he's been here? We've won 7 games in 2 years. Tom Brady came here in 2024, bro. We were 4 and 13. We were 3 and 14. Tom Brady ain't brought no damn validation to us. How? He ain't brought no validation to us, man. I remember when people were saying, "Now we're gonna start getting calls now that Brady's here." Where? When are we getting calls? Did you see any change in the calls? I didn't. Okay, Roger said, "Talk my shit." That's what I do. Okay. All right, man. Okay, straight up. All right, man. Go Jim. Yeah, 0-0. Whistlegate cost us that game too. Facts. Whole bunch of shit. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, we played open chess, man. It was bad. Okay. It was a bad situation, bro. They started trying to expel people, bro, because people were actually getting their sternums. Somebody got their sternum broke, like it cracked. And once the school was liable for some shit, they's like, any of you guys play it, man. It's no zero tolerance. You do it, you get seen or something happen, you expelled. Okay, because it was getting bad because we were blowing cats' chests up, dude. It wasn't just popping it; it was blowing it out. Okay? All right, man. Okay? You right, Shaq's nothing before the shield. Okay? All right, man. Straight up, man. Corey Littleton. I mean, there's too many of them, dude. Okay? I mean, I should be able to put Google in and put bum-ass Raider players. Let's just say, put it in here. Raiders bust players. Bust players. See what comes up. See if it gives me anything good. Okay. Jamarcus Russell, Henry Ruggs. Oh, I thought Henry Ruggs wasn't a bust. This is Gemini saying this shit. Okay. I gotta show you this because y'all been arguing me about Ruggs. Not because he didn't have talent, but because you can't be a first pick of the draft, a first round draft pick and play 1 year. Oh yeah, man. I'm definitely gonna show you guys this, man. When I told you. See these names? Notorious history of high profile draft and agency busts. Jamarcus Russell, number 1. Henry Ruggs, number 2. Number 2 all time. Right there. Number 2, homie. What's the excuses? Where is the excuse at? Number 1, Jamarcus. Number 2, Ruggs. What are you guys saying when you tell me I don't be knowing what I'm talking about? The second biggest bust in Raider history, according to Chat GPT. And what's it? Damon Arnett. Boom. Alex Leatherwood. Boom. Rolando McClain. Boom. Todd Marinovich. Boom. Corey Littleton. Trent Brown. Stop. Don't ever tell me I got it wrong with Ruggs, man. Don't ever tell me that shit. Y'all was really trying to tell me I got that shit wrong. Oh, no, Shaq Ruggs. No, man, nah. He was good. No. Nah. Universally recognized as the second biggest bust in Raider history, bro. Argue with your mama, man. Don't argue with me about it. I just showed you. Okay? But let's go back to these other busts that might be on here. Okay? Yahoo Sports got a very good article. Oh man, this is just getting better and better. All this does is just prove me to be right more. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. 13 biggest first round NFL draft busts in Raiders history. Who's that right there? When was this? What was the date? Bam! Last year. Who's this right here? Please tell me who that is. Let's look at it. Tyree Wilson. Forgot about him. What an absolute dump truck. Alex Leatherwood. Henry Ruggs. I mean, damn. Huh? Y'all was all on me talking about I didn't know what I was talking about when I said Ruggs is a bust. He's an absolute bust. What can go more wrong than to have a first-round draft pick wind up in prison for a fatal DUI accident? Bust. Damon Arnett. Bust. Jonathan Abram, the guy you guys are talking about now, that you want me to blaze one for the nation for. Bust. Bum. All these dudes is bums. Cleveland Farrell. Bum. Darion Conley. Bum. Rolando McClain. Bum. Jafet ass Russell. Bum. Darryl Russell. I could talk about him. But he's no longer with us, but I won't say anything. Okay, but I know a lot about him. Patrick Bates. Before they made him take that damn 24 off. Bum. Todd Marinovich. Drug addict. John Clay. I remember John Clay. Bum. Had the nerve to be wearing Art Shell's number. This dude had on Art Shell's number. Bum. Stop it, man. Don't ever tell me Henry Ruggs ain't a bust again. I done showed it to you many a time. Bust. Absolute bust. Sorry, you guys. Argue with your mama about it. Argue with your baby mama about it. He's a bust. I've been telling you he was a bust. Okay? But now argue with what you just saw on that damn screen. Okay? All right, man. Lynn Bowden. Yeah, we got rid of him. He didn't even get a chance to play. Okay? Jack Del Rio was a bum. He had a team, best record we had since in the last 15 years was Jack Del Rio. We went 12-4, but he allowed politics and the Colin Kaepernick thing for him to lose the locker room. That's why he got fired. Okay? All right, man. Straight up, man. I named all of those. Okay? All right, man. Fabian Washington, McLean. I told you, Marcus Tui. I don't believe in Tui. No one took DC's job. Not one person. Okay? What's going on? Howard Williams out there in Macomb, Mississippi. Oh, I want to give a shout out to my boy Larry. My boy Larry, bro. We want to give him some love, man. Okay? All right, we definitely want to give up some love to Larry. All right, man. Shout out Larry, bro. All right, man. Straight up. Okay? Straight up, man, to Larry, man. Larry in the 3-ringer. Okay? All right. Rosetown native in the building. All right, man. Yeah, man. What's up, Bill? Bill, I'm in here cooking these cats. Okay? Straight up. All right, man. Straight up. All right, man. That's just how it is, bro. We're gonna do what we supposed to do. All right. Straight up, man. Hold on real quick, man. 1 second, man. All right, man. Okay. All right. Yeah, listening while driving. Straight up. Desmond Howard. Yeah, I mean, he was all right. Aaron Brooks. Yeah. Aaron Brooks was okay, man. He was all right. Okay. All right, man. He said Jonathan who? Facts. All right, man. The big year for Bowers. How big of a year does Bowers have? A big year. The person who's going to have the biggest year is going to be Nephew. Nephew going to have the biggest year. It's going to be him. Okay? Because he's going to be getting the ball. All right, man. Also, when the Raiders beat the Pirates, they felt the Raiders in my mystique. Yes. Okay. All right, man. Hell no, I fell for Gino. Yeah, you did. You did fall for Gino. Okay. Matt Schaub. Yeah, Matt Schaub was a bum. DC took his job, and it took Josh McDaniels to relieve DC of his job. Okay. I don't care how bad people said Derek Carr was. Derek Carr never lost his job. It took a Patriot to come in and take his job to give it to Jared Shittum for Shittum to say I don't even want to be here. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, he's a straight bum. All right. Okay, man. All right, man. Straight up. Okay, yes. Feeling the OG mystique when Hugh Jackson was in the picture. Okay. All right, man. Thank you for the military service. Yes. Ran to a golf cart. Yeah, I mean, that's what he did. I knew he did something. Golf cart or the damn television cart. I knew it was some type of something that he ran into. Dumbass fool. Okay. All right, man. Jed Rave said you was in jail when Willie Brown died. Damn, dog. Shit, man. Glad you out, bro. All right, man. Fresh out. You was fresh out. Okay. All right, man. Lane was a terrible coach, but I take him any day over Josh E. Coyote Super Genius. Not me. Not me. Because you know why? You know why, Reese? You know why I won't take him? Because not only did he come over to my beloved Raiders, he also went to my beloved Trojans down there at USC and F that up too. I cannot stand this cat. This cat messed up my college team and my pro team. That's why I hate him so much, bro. I hate this dude so much, bro. I can't stand this guy. This guy actually went in the Oakland Coliseum and had Seabass try to kick a 76-yard field goal off the dirt in Oakland. This dude is Josh McDaniels would have never done no stupid shit like that, Reese. Okay? Go back and watch him. That's when he got fired. That I knew he was fired. He got fired after the game, and that's when Al Davis came out when he had that big ass thing on the side of his. He had that damn Band-Aid on the side of his face, and he pulled out that damn projector on his ass. That's how I know. That's how I know he's the worst, because Al Davis pulled the projector out on his ass and put that damn the see-through shit in the projector and had that shit up and fired his ass with cause. Okay, that's how I know Josh McDaniels ain't the worst. Okay, the worst is your boy Lane Kiffin. Okay, straight up, horrible. Okay. Now we don't got time. We ain't got time for your excuses, Justin Saw for the condor. We don't got excuses. Time for the excuses, brother. We don't got time for it. Okay. All right, man. Okay, man. Straight up. All right, man. I'm not looking for no excuses, bro. Okay. All right. I'm not looking for no excuses. I know you the excuse maker when it comes to certain people. A lot of y'all excuse makers. I don't make excuses. Okay. I don't. Whoever is not doing what they supposed to do in my family's not doing what they supposed to do. Yeah, we understand that you love, you know, your uncle Seymour take care of you. Uncle Seymour always giving you give you extra $100. Hey nephew, you might be doing bad, man. Here you go, man. Here's extra 100, man. You and your girl go out and do something. I know you like him, man, but when he did what he did, I'm gonna be the family member to say, hey man, Uncle Seymour, you screwed up on that. But y'all don't have that in you. Y'all love to play favorites, man. This is how you guys are. Okay. But what I look like doing it. Okay, I can't be y'all. All right. I don't have that latitude. Said I got suspended for 2 weeks playing open chess, and my coach was pissed. Yeah, bro. You lucky you got suspended. They was expelling people at our school. Once that dude got his chest caved in, it was over. Okay. All right, man. It was a wrap. James Frippo in the building. Okay. Derek Ramsey, DJ Hayden. I mean, I like Neil Colsey, man. Don't be telling no Neil Colsey, Cerebral. Neil Colsey was I like Neil Colsey, man. Neil Colsey, rest in peace, bro. Number 20. I like Neil Colsey. I wear Neil Colsey shirt, jersey. Neil Colsey was a kickoff returner. That's what he was basically there to do. He was not there. They put him in defensive packages, but he was there as a kick returner and a punt returner, man. Don't be picking on Neil Colsey, bro. Don't do that one, bro. Not Neil Colsey, man. Okay. All right, man. Let's not do that. All right, man. Straight up. Okay. All right, man. Okay, straight up. All right, man. There's a bunch of cats. Christian Wilkins, yeah, man. Mark Wilson hated him. Jay Schrader hated him. I mean, I hated these dudes. Jeff Hostetler, I didn't really like. He was all right. Okay. All right, man. But, there's too many people. All right. Neil Colsey. Don't say no Neil Colsey, bro. Okay. Christian Wilkins, yep. Anthony Smith, yeah, man. He wound up being somebody that's locked up for the rest of his life. He's gone too. Okay. Ricky Dudley wasn't that bad, man. Now y'all reaching. Ricky Dudley wasn't that bad, man. Okay. I mean, if you're gonna throw Ricky Dudley in there, then you're gonna have to throw in what's his name, man? Was always arguing with John Gruden, man, the wide receiver. Jerry Porter. Y'all gonna put Jerry Porter down? Are you gonna put Jay Porter down? See, man, don't play with me, man. I am a GOAT. Okay. Ricky Dudley did what he was supposed to do, man. He did what he was supposed to do. Okay. He wasn't supposed to be there. We weren't even really running out tight end offense at that time. Ricky Dudley was all right. He was all right. Okay. But come on, man. I saw Jerry Porter drop more passes than Ricky Dudley. I could even say that Jerry Porter was the homie back in the clubs in Oakland. I seen Ricky Dudley catch some shit, and I seen him drop a lot of shit. Okay? All right, man. Okay? Napoleon Harris was all right. Andrew Walter, he was just a victim of being somebody that Al Davis liked. I mean, not Al Davis, excuse me, John Gruden liked. All right, man. Yeah, Teo Johnson wasn't shit. Love James Jett. Ain't gonna be no James Jett slander over here, bro. No James Jett slander. Okay? James Jett was a monster, bro. He was for Cowboy fans, remember Alvin Harper? Alvin Harper, who played opposite of Michael Irvin for the Cowboys, man. He was our Alvin Harper. He was the guy that stretched the defense out. Okay? So yeah, man, of course I remember James Jett, man. Okay? All right, man. Yeah, James Jett was my boy. All right, man. Carlos Francis, Napoleon Kaufman, but don't put Napoleon Kaufman down, dog. Don't do that one. Okay? All right? Koff was a monster. All right? So, yeah, man, there's a lot of dudes out there, man. They were absolute bums. But who cares what Jonathan Abram got to say, bro? You know? But like I said before, if anybody was to blame, Mark Davis set us back, bro. He set us back, man, but I think he's happy with it now. I think he set it back. They set it back for years, bro. I mean, you got to look at back. That's 4 years. 4 years of this bullshit. Now we finally got a coach. We finally got Mendoza. We finally got Kubiak. We got a new defense. Let's see what happens. Okay. All right, man. Okay, man. Oh, Marquette King. Marquette King was a bust too, bro. Oh man, Marquette King was kicking the ball. He was kicking the ball, bro. But the only problem is Marquette King was kicking the shit out of the football. But when he was doing the horsey shit and getting us a 15-yard penalty, that negated whatever kick he kicked. If you kick a 60-yard kick and you get a damn unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and they move the ball back and tell you to kick it again, you done lost 30 yards because he didn't kick it 60 yards again. He kicked it 60 yards, he did that damn horsey shit, and then he got the 15-yard penalty, and then he had to go back and kick it again, then he kicked it 40 yards. We lost like 30 yards on that shit because he was a dumbass. Okay? Yeah, Marquez King, man. He's still talking about the Raiders, how Gruden did him wrong. Gruden didn't do him wrong. You did yourself wrong. What punter's trying to be with the punters that we've got? See, these dudes don't understand when they come to us in their position who they're up against. Who are you going to be measured by? Okay? Marquette King, you're a black punter, bro. When I was a kid, the only other black punter I remember was Reggie Roby in the 80s. Reggie Roby, who played for the he was like kind of a fat pudgy dude, and he played for the Miami Dolphins. That was like the only black punter that I knew. It was Reggie Roby. Okay? Marquette King, I like the fact it was a brother kicking. But you got to understand, as a punter for the Raiders, what that lineage is. There is one punter in the 106 years. The National Football League was founded in 1920. It is 2026. 106 years of professional football. There's only one punter that's in the Hall of Fame. And that's Ray Guy. That's Ray Guy, bro. Okay? And your ass didn't even do better than Shane Leckler, who should be in the Hall of Fame. And now we got AJ Cole. This dude didn't even understand. Like, come on, dude. We legitimately have 3 Hall of Fame punters. But this dude had all the talent, but he wanted to be an Instagram model. That's what he wanted to do. Okay? Yeah, picked up the red flag and threw it down. Yeah, he was a dumbass. All right? Okay? DeMarcus Webb. Mark was obsessed with the Patriot way, got McDaniels and Brady. Almost set us back 5 years. Okay, I blame Tom Telesco. Yeah. Yeah. The Tom Telesco, that used to be a shirt, man, but we discontinued all that shit. Time to move on. Y'all had plenty of time to pick it up. All right. But yeah, you guys, I don't really care about no Jonathan Abram, dog. Even though, I mean, you know, a fool tells the truth. Can tell the truth. Don't mean shit to me. Okay? Simple as that, man. You're still a dummy. Okay, yeah, you got it right this time. You're still a dumbass. All right, man. Marquette King, a great Raider like guy. He ain't no damn great Raider. Okay, you got that fucked up. All right, okay. All right, man. David Rainey, great guy, was a pirate. Ray Guy was one of the most talented guys that ever played for the Raiders. Was Ray Guy. Ray Guy was, when I was a kid, Ray Guy was our 3rd string quarterback. Me and Bill Holloway have talked about it. Okay, we've talked about it. Ray Guy could throw the football. He could play linebacker. He could hit. He had his vertical. You watch Super Bowl 18. We snapped the ball over Ray Guy's head. Ray Guy vertical leap, jumped up, caught it with one hand, brought that shit down. Boom. Ray Guy was the first person to ever kick a ball and hit the top of the Astrodome, the Houston Astrodome. I remember that game when I was a kid in the 70s, man. It was such a big story, bro. Ray Guy kicked the ball and it hit the top of the Houston Astrodome. He kicked the ball so damn high, bro. Okay? Like I said, okay? There ain't nothing to talk about. All right? Ray Guy's in the Hall of Fame and no one else is in the Hall of Fame, bro. There's one dude in the Hall of Fame and that's it. That's at the punter position. Now, if you want to put Sammy Baugh, quarterback / punter / kicker, but I'm talking about a full-time kicker. But Ray Guy, man, he could throw the football and everything, man. I remember me and Bill was just talking about it recently, talking about when Ray Guy actually in a preseason game they let him throw the ball a few times. Ray had a gun, bro. He was back there, bro, throwing the football, dog. Taking his 7-step drop, throwing the shit out of it. So, Ray Guy was a full talent, bro. He talent basketball, baseball. He could have went pro in baseball. Ray Guy was a shortstop. Like, y'all understand, man, that dude was an absolute monster. Okay? All right. Okay? He was a football player that happened to punt. Absolutely. Like a Taysom Hill. You know, like Taysom Hill, who's gonna get cut soon. I wouldn't mind getting Taysom Hill. Swiss Army knife type dude. Ray Guy was the first punter that I ever seen in my life that consistently kicked a spiral. He always kicked the spiral. You know, people kick the ball, be like end over end and shit. Ray Guy always kicked the spiral, bro. Always. Kick that ball, boom. It was like that every time, bro. Every time. And then could have the hang time and just leave it up there. 5 seconds. 6 seconds. Okay. All right. No, man, Marquez King is not an all-time Raider punter, bro, because of his antics. You costing us penalties, bro, and you don't understand the pedigree. It's the same thing when you put 24 on. Who was the only players to ever wear 24 after Willie Brown to understand the gravity of wearing it? There's only been 2 guys to wear the number that wore it correctly after Willie. Woodson and Sean Lynch. And what did they have in common? All of them were Oakland Raiders. Willie Brown was an Oakland Raider. Charles Woodson was an Oakland Raider. Marshawn Lynch was an Oakland Raider. Those are the only 3 people that understood. Well, actually 2 people, because Willie Brown set the standard. Nobody else lived up to that, bro. Even after that. Including Marcus Peters, who was from Oakland, who is Marshawn Lynch's cousin. Didn't get it right. Okay? Ray could throw 60 yards, punt 60 yards, could hit. Ray could do everything, bro. I remember seeing Ray Guy, man, that they almost got a punt return on him, and Ray Guy ran the dude down, man. Ray Guy's like, stuck his ass, man, put his ass over there in the damn bench, bro. Ray Guy, pie! Dude was in the bench. He was in the Gatorade. Okay? All right, man. Straight up, man. Don't play around with Ray Guy. Rest in peace, bro. Okay? Marquez King. You guys crazy as hell, man. You crazy as hell. All right? So, yeah, man. I'm just here so I don't get fined, man. But at the end of the damn day, bro, there's too many people that stole money from us, bro. Too many people that stole money that shouldn't have been on the team, man. That shouldn't have been here, dog. Okay? I mean, shit. And then you got the borderline guys. Okay, I'll make it interesting. Guys that barely made it over from the bum category. Barely. I'll name one. It ain't gonna be popular. Darren McFadden. He barely made it over, bro. Barely. Darren McFadden, when he was healthy, was a beast. But he was always hurt, bro. He was hurt just as much as he was healthy. Okay? But he's just over the line. I'd wear his jersey. Okay? I'd bust the McFadden jersey. I saw one at the game last year. Okay? Darren McFadden's one of them dudes who could easily been on that other side. All right? But he's not. All right? He's firmly on this side where he should be, but he's not far. I mean, the line is like right there. Okay? Like him. Who else could I name? That's probably barely over the line. Who else can I name, man? What's that boy's name, man? Who else can I name that's barely over the line? Napoleon McCallum. Remember he broke his leg? He's somebody who could be more like didn't really do anything, but he's good. There's like some people gonna be like, you good. Like those kind of guys, Napoleon McCallum, Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is well, Amari Cooper, bro, he quit on us. Now that's somebody who's going to be an argument. Like I said, when it comes to, that's a good one, Roderick. You guys are going to, like, I'm going to play with your emotions, Smokey. Okay? Y'all going to have an issue with certain guys. Amari Cooper is a perfect example of somebody who could go either way. You can look at the good things he did, and you can look at the bad things he did. Amari Cooper has quit on the Raiders twice. All the good stuff, Amari Cooper quit on you when we was in Oakland, and then John traded him, Gruden traded him to the Cowboys, and he was talking shit. And then when he tried to come back last year and went to training camp, and he quit in training camp. Remember? He's quit on you twice. It depends on the day with me. Amari Cooper's somebody who's straddling the line, bro. He's like, you know how you are, Roderick, how you get in your car, man? When you first get in your car, man, and how you have one leg in the car and the other leg is still on the pavement? That's Amari Cooper, bro. He ain't in and he ain't out. He's like right on it. It all depends. What mood am I in? Am I pissed off? He ain't in. He done quit on me twice. As little as last year. Am I in a good mood? He's in. Okay? Michael Bush. I don't have a problem with Michael Bush, man. Michael Bush came in with a broken leg out of Louisville. He came in. He was not somebody who was supposed to play, man. They said that he had a broken tibia and he wasn't supposed to play. He played pretty good for us, bro. He played pretty good for us. He played pretty good for us. Like Tyrone Wheatley. Where do you put Tyrone Wheatley at? Where do you put Justin Fargas at? Okay? It was funny, man. I forgot to tell you guys this. During my son's birthday party, man, when he had the pool party, one of my son's classmates, his father, we were talking. I had never really got a chance to talk to his father. And his father went to high school with and played football with Justin Fargas. Because we started talking a little bit of football. He started talking about how his wife is a Niner fan and he's from here, but his wife is from the Bay. His wife was from Los Gatos, Bill. And I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, man. So, you know, my wife's from the 49er fan. And then I was like, yeah, me and my best friend, he's from the Bay too. So I was like, yeah, man, we from the Bay. And I'm a Raider fan. He's a Bears fan / Niners, which, you know. But he said, he said, yeah, oh, so you know Justin Fargas? I said, yeah. He goes, man, I played football with Justin Fargas. I forgot what high school it was in the Valley. One of these high schools. But he played football with Justin Fargas, bro. Okay? So I forgot to tell you guys that. Lamont Jordan, he's on that list. Lamont's cool. He over. Lamont's over. Lamont's over. He's over. Okay? All right? But, yeah, but these guys, man, they're going to make you feel away. Something about these wide receivers make you guys feel away, bro. Okay? Hey, Charlie Garner's a Raider. Zach Crockett, that's my boy. Ain't no Zach Crockett. Zach Creasy, man, that's the homie, man. Zach Crockett is a Raider, bro. John Ritchie, Raider. Zach Crockett, Raider, bro. So be in the clubs, but it used to be me, him, Charles Woodson, Jerry Porter, who we was mad at a lot, as far as fans. And who else was going to the, what was his name, man? He played basketball for North Carolina. What's his name, man? Donald Curry. D. Curry. We were all in the club, all at the same time. I said Robert Gallery. Okay. Then you got guys, man, who are without question. Yeah, he went to Taft, right? That's what my son's classmate's dad went to Taft with him and played on that team. Okay, with Fargas. I said, man, was Fargas a beast like he was at SC? He said, yeah. He said Fargas was a problem, dog. He's like, man, Fargas was a beast. Okay. Yeah, Ronald Curry. Yeah, Ronald Curry, man. Ronald Curry had a sick ass catch. Okay. Okay. I said Donald Curry. Yeah, Huggy Bear's son, without question. I asked him, I said, man, was Huggy Bear at the games? He said, yeah. Said Huggy Bear used to be at the games when they were at Taft Brandon High School. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Ronald Curry. Donald Curry. Oh, Donald Curry's a boxer. Thank you, David Rainey. I know I'm not crazy. You guys know I don't forget nothing. I got a photographic memory. I knew Donald Curry was somebody. Donald Curry got beat up by Sugar, by Sugar, right? Ronald Curry's a football player. I mean, I knew I was on to something. Okay. Who else can I say was a damn bum, dog? Even though some of these guys weren't good, that can't say they're not Raiders. Like Steve Berline. Steve Berline's a Raider. Bill, remember what's his name? Man, what was his name? Backup for Stava. Rusty Hilger. Salute to Rusty Hilger, man. Rusty Hilger, man. He was his backup. Yeah, Derek Gibson was a bum. Who else can I name, man? And I'm just gonna talk about people in the 70s, man. I can go back, man. Okay. I mean, there's a bunch of cats. Okay. Van McElroy, beast. I mean, don't let me go back. Stacy Turan, rest in peace, beast. Shit, man. Who else can I name, man? Okay, there's a bunch of guys. I hated Mark Wilson. Don't put Mark Wilson. Don't try to smell. I hate Mark Wilson. Okay, he's a Raider, but I don't like him. Okay. Who else can I name, man? Who else can I name? What was his name, dude? We're going through names, bro. Okay, yeah, that's why you try. See, Bill tried to switch it up with the Marcus Wilson because he knew if he said Mark Wilson, I'll get pissed off. That's why he did that. You see him laughing? You see Bill laughing? Love Vince Evans. Okay. Yeah, Van took over after Tatum got traded. Facts. White boy too. Beast. He was a beast, bruh. He was a beast. Van McElroy was a beast. Okay. All right, man. We didn't have no problem having no damn white boys in our secondary because our secondary was gonna be hitters, bro. Okay. You already knew what it was. We wasn't playing. We didn't care. Van was a beast, bro. Okay. All right, man. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, I mean, I love Vince Evans, man. All right, man. Yeah, Jacoby. You said the last Raiders score on a kickoff return. Wait a minute. What about hold on. What about old boy then? What was his name? Denarius Moore? What about Denarius Moore? Did Denarius Moore didn't he get a kickoff return? Number 17 before Devontae Adams, Denarius Moore, he had the braids hanging out. I don't know, bro. You better check again. Randy Moss ain't no damn Raider, man. He ain't no Raider, dog. He quit on us. He a bum. He a bum, dog. A very talented, second greatest wide receiver of all time, bum. But he a bum, dog. He came over here and alligator arm passes. Randy Moss don't get no love from me, dude. He don't get no love from me. You know, Randy Moss gets zero love from me, man, because that's somebody who had more talent than Jerry Rice. And Rice came over at 40 years old and had 1,000 yards. This bum came over here, man, and straight just sat on his hands and didn't even want to play. Okay? He wasn't done. He was not done when he came to us. Okay? Because the next year we traded him for a 6th-round pick to the Patriots, and he broke every Jerry Rice record that was. He had the most touchdowns of all time and the most yards of all time. He straight catfished us, is what he did. Same thing Brandon Ayuk is doing. Okay? Cordell Patterson, yep. Yeah, Cordell Patterson. I knew it wasn't him. Jacoby Ford. Jacoby only ran in a straight line, man, but Jacoby didn't have no wiggle. Jacoby had straight front line speed, but he ain't had no wiggle. You ain't never seen him make a cut. All he did was look for daylight and run as fast as he could. That's it. He wasn't like Charlie Garner. Charlie Garner had crazy work. Charlie Garner had that damn wiggle and waggle before Shady McCoy did. I mean, Charlie Garner, he was shaking before he got the ball. Charlie Garner was the first original shaker like that, the waggle. Okay? And after that was Shady. All right? Okay? Yeah. Like I said, man, I know for a fact somebody else did it too, man. I remember Denarius Moore, man. When he got that ball, he let that ball sit there. He let that ball sit there on the goal line and acted like they were going to down it. And then he just picked it up at the last minute and ran in. I mean, what am I doing? Hold on. I got a whole computer here. I mean, shit, I ain't going to play no plays or nothing because I'm not trying to get my channel flagged. But we're going to look right now, find out right now. I mean, I got a computer right here, bro. Last Raider to score on kickoff. Jacoby Ford, 16 years ago. December 26, 2010. We haven't had a kickoff return since, but he holds the franchise record for most touchdowns, kickoff returns with 4. I didn't know that. I didn't know Jacoby Ford has the record for most kickoff returns. That's crazy, bro. Wow. Wow, man. That's something else. Okay? That's crazy, bro. All right. Benny Oates says, why do you think Randy Moss disrespected the Raiders like that? Because he wanted to go play. He wanted to go play for somebody else. He came to the Raiders and he found out that he was gonna be held accountable, bro. Randy's always been a player that didn't want all the pressure on him. When he played at Minnesota, he had Chris Carter, another guy that has over 1,000 catches that's in the Hall of Fame. Randy was he just wanted to run go routes. All he wanted to do is run, hold his hand out, and catch one-handers and do all of that shit. He never wanted to run the route tree. Randy is a sluggo route and go route guy. Slant, go. That's it. Or slant, go route. Sluggo. He was not running nothing in the route tree. We were having him cross the middle, throwing balls across the middle. Kerry Collins was throwing balls to him across the middle. He's like, I ain't getting. He just was not willing to run a route tree. He's not running a button hook. He's not running a screen. He ain't doing none of that shit. Okay? And that's why he didn't want to play for us. When he went to the Patriots, what was he doing? All go routes. That's all he was doing. You had everybody else. You had who was on the team back then? They were running the 12 personnel, running wasn't Aaron Hernandez on that team with them? Grunt. They're running that. Okay. They had Curtis Martin running the football, Hall of Famer. They had who was there? Wes Welker was their slot guy. Who was catching all the intermediate stuff? Wes Welker. Wes Welker was the one that was catching all those things getting hit. Randy wasn't doing any of that. If Randy wasn't getting the ball, he wasn't coming off the line. He was coming off you always knew when Randy wasn't going to get the ball because he didn't even line up the same. Jerry Rice, when he lined up, he lined up the same whether he was getting the ball or not. Tim Brown, same way. Tim Brown always held his hands like this. Okay? Tim Brown always looked like he was going to run a route, whether it was a running play or not. Jerry Rice the same way. Randy only got into a stance when there was a potentiality for him to get the football. Outside of that, he wasn't running nothing. I remember the game before we traded Randy. Okay? I think we were playing the Bengals at home. We were like on the 20. And Randy came around and Collins threw the ball a little hot. Now we understand this is a guy that has a move in football called mossed, where he jumps up and mosses guys. So Kerry Collins threw the ball a little hot, for a guy who has a damn 40-inch vertical can go up and get it. He went like this. He didn't even try. He just alligator armed the shit. I said, oh, he's out of here. He's out of here. Got traded. What happened? Went over there, man, and started doing everything. No. He a bum, dog, when it comes to the Raiders, bruh. Plus, he told you, I am not a Raider, in front of Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson standing right next to him. He ain't never been harassed like that, like Raider Nation harassed him. We absolutely hazed and harassed that nigga the whole time he was in Oakland. That's all we did. Randy couldn't even go outside, bro. I never seen Randy Moss as much as I was in Oakland during that time for parties, clubs, shooby doobies, food, whatever I was there for. I never seen Randy out. Never, not one time. I don't even know nobody that saw Randy out. Randy wasn't going nowhere. He wanted to get out of there quick. Okay? All those black and brown folks there that was on his ass, he didn't like it. All right, man. Okay, you already know what it is. Okay? Yeah, Tim Brown played without gloves. What's gloves? Okay? Yeah, that's why I was happy Moss left ringless. Certain players, man, I'm glad you never won shit. Okay? He's one of them. All right? So, yeah, man, that's what we got. That's how I feel about Randy Moss. There ain't no hip in my step about no Randy Moss. I'm very much on record. Okay? He came over here and dragged his ass. All right? Okay. All right, man. He said Tim Brown coached you up, man. A junior year at Gardena, Jupiter High Sarah, we won one of the games. That's dope, bro. I hope you did right by him by making sure you was playing hard. Okay. There's certain guys. Like, come on, man. When Randy said, "Oh, I play when I want to play," like, get your bitch ass out of here. If you weren't the most talented wide receiver ever, I said talented, not best, not greatest, talented. Dude could do everything better than Jerry Rice. Probably had better hands because he had hands coming in the league. Jerry Rice dropped a lot of passes his first year and a half. Faster, taller, vertical, catch radius, all that shit. But he didn't have more heart than Jerry. And he quit. Okay? He didn't have no clutch gene in him. That's why he never won shit. All right? But Brandon Ayuk said he's the greatest wide receiver of all time. And Antonio Brown says he's great too. Great as ever. Like I said, man, I give AB a lot of credit. AB definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. Even though he's a knucklehead. But what's that got to do with between the lines? Okay? So yeah, man. That's what we got. I mean, for me, man, it ain't hard. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about certain people, and I'm going to leave it at that. All right? I'm definitely going to leave it at that. But, yeah, man, who cares about what Jonathan Abrams talking about, dog? I can care less, man. Okay? Took you 4 years, took you to drive by the stadium for you to reminisce, bro? Come on, dog. That's like me running into one of my exes, man. I happened to just run into her, and she's like, "Oh, I remember we had some good times." You ever have an ex, old work? I call it old work. Old work. Hit you up talking about when y'all used to have fun back in the days. Yeah, we had some good times. Man, we had some bad times. That's why your ass is an ex. What are you talking about? Man, I ain't reminiscing with nobody that I failed with, bro. I ain't reminiscing with you, man. Okay? I ain't reminiscing with no Jonathan Abrams and no Josh McDaniels, bro. Okay? There was no good time. All right? None. All right? End of the day, man, the good time happened when I met my wife, and I have good times now. But when I was with you, the bad times over with whatever good time we had. Okay? That it. All right? So yeah, man, that's what we with it, man. But yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it, man. So if you're gonna try to drag certain people, we got to drag everybody. But like I said before, some of you guys, as long as we don't talk about the hard shit, talk about the hard subjects, we'll be all right. But once we start talking about these hard subjects and we start talking about who supported who and who's doing what, it gets kind of hard for you guys. All right, man. Saw Moss slapping down Boss because he wanted to be traded. Yep. We booed the F out of him on the sidelines. Moss sat with his arms crossed yelling, "I don't care, I don't care." He quit. Well, man, I mean, you gotta, like I said, man, I'm gonna say things that's gonna make you think. Yeah, Randy quit. So did Amari. Amari Cooper quit on you too, Raider Nation. Raider fan. But y'all, no, y'all ain't gonna do. Amari Cooper quit on you 2 times. He quit on you last year. I mean, somebody got to say the truth, right? Randy Moss quit, but so did Amari. Like I said before, man, some of us can actually play this game the right way. We don't have to lie to kick it, bro. We gonna tell the truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil, dog. We gonna say, but you're not keeping that same energy. It's easy to talk about the people y'all want to talk about, but when I start bringing up the tough shit, y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that, dog. Come on, man. He quit. Amari Cooper quit twice. Okay, he had a chance to come back and redeem himself. Quit again. I mean, damn. Come on, bro. Him, a whole bunch of cats. Devontae Adams quit. Y'all got a problem with that. Randy Moss quit. Y'all asking me, well, how do I feel about it to see what I'm going to say. Hey, man. Once a thief, always a thief, bruh. Once a thief, always a thief, man. Hey, man, this person only stole $1 and this person stole 200. Oh, man, come on, Shaq. It was only $1, bro. Nah, dog, he stole $1 from me. It's the same, dog. You went in my wallet. You took what was there. I did not have enough money for you to take. Nah, dog, you got to treat the $200 to $100, the dollar thief like you steal the rest of the thieves. Simple as that, bro. You steal from me, you steal from me. Simple as that. But y'all got favoritism. Okay? Y'all play that favoritism game. That's why you guys be where y'all at. I don't care, bro. When it comes to the shield, dog, there is no negotiation with me, bro. You either behind the shield or you ain't with me at all. Okay? All right, man. You said facts for the $2 dono. Moss was a quitter. He did quit. And he doesn't want to take credit for it. Turn in the money, bro. Return the money. He took the money too. That's the key. All right. Quit and took your money. Roderick says they're attached to the players, not to the team. Oh, we already found that out. We found that out a couple of months ago when 98 got traded to the Ravens. How he was in shambles. Ain't that right, Justice Saw? Justice Saw was in shambles, bro. You probably didn't get a wink of sleep all night. I laughed. I said, ain't nobody above the shield, bro. Nobody. Not me. Not Al. Not Howie. Nobody. Shields first. Argue with your mama after that. I don't care what your rationale or who you put wherever. Long as they're behind this shit right here, I'm good. However you want to rate your shit. But ain't nobody more important than the shield, bro. But you guys do that. Y'all be trying to slide somebody kind of next to it and shit. Well, he's not in front. He's not really in front. He's standing by it. Yeah, no. Like I said, man, y'all can't cross the street, man, without a police escort. Can you cross the street without a police escort? Nope. Not on certain subjects. Okay? Like I said before, y'all really be doing that shit. Okay? An absolute quitter. Okay? All right, come on, Ray. Now you're saying stupid shit. Okay? And Khalil Mack. Now, here's with Khalil Mack. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Khalil Mack. I'm glad y'all brought him up because I totally wasn't thinking about him. But does he apply? Khalil Mack is he's probably the one that is the biggest issue. Here's why. Khalil Mack has never said he wanted to play for the Raiders. He just didn't want to play for Gruden. He never wanted to play for Chuck. He never talked to Chuck. Everything was cool until Chuck showed up. All right? Chuck did not handle that situation right. Khalil did not handle that situation right. Both of them were stubborn. Khalil said, if I'm going to play, y'all going to pay me. He did try to cripple our cap. Okay, he was trying to get that $22 million to stay. John Gruden was playing with him. John Gruden, if you should have just paid him if you really wanted him to be on the team. But I think Gruden didn't want him on the team. I think he did the same thing with Marquette King. Guys that weren't kissing his ass saying, chuck this, chuck that. He chucked them. He chucked Marquette King because Marquette King did that interview and they asked him about Gruden and he said, Gruden, who's that? Who's Gruden? And he was playing around. He was in the doghouse after that. Chuck was in his feelings behind that shit. Khalil didn't want to meet with him, and that kind of bruised his ego. So I think he said, man, I'm only going to give him this much, and we're not budging after that. It was $1 million, bro. I think he really wanted Khalil gone, and he used that as an excuse, and Khalil's like, cool, I'm gone. So in that case, Khalil is not a Raider until he decides to come over here. He has not came. He's not going to go in the Hall of Fame. Now, he does not go in the Hall of Fame as a Raider. We'll still count him as one. But Khalil has to bring his ass over here. He's got to do that. Until he does, he's out. See? Even though I understand, until he makes amends with us to come over here with us, he's out. Because a depoy is not good enough. That was our last depoy. A depoy is not good enough for all the shit that Khalil has done and said. He has to come over here and kiss the ring, bro. After he retires, if he comes back to the stadium and does some shit, we'll represent him with his shield. But as of now, no. No. That's my opinion. Is he one of our greatest players? Yeah. One of our greatest defensive players, bro. He would have started in any era. But what you do and what you say matters, bro. What you do and what you say matters, and your actions matter. He has not acted like a Raider. He hasn't said anything positive about us at all. He didn't have anything positive to say about Gruden, but he didn't say anything about us. He hasn't said he missed us. He hasn't said that he's got any affinity for us or anything. Simple as that. So no, he doesn't get it from me. He might get it from y'all, but not from me. All right. Unknown said those who disrespect the shield always have bad luck. Yeah, look at 63-21 when he was sitting there looking like a clown. Perfect example, man. You got your biggest loss of your career was against us. We beat your brains in. Okay? Sitting on that sideline looking like a total clown hat. Okay? Loved it. Loved it. Do us dirty shit happens to you. Okay? They already thought Moss was going to be okay, but the old Collins Moss garbage was just that, garbage. Yeah, man, that first play that first game of the season, bro, when he had that go route and we threw a bomb and he caught it, touchdown, it was like 80-something. I think it was an 80-yard touchdown or something like that. We were going crazy, man. I'm like, oh, man, the Moss era has begun. But then they expected him to run the route tree. And he's like, I don't run the route tree, man. I run go routes. That's it. I don't do all that. I'm not going across the middle getting hit. He started alligator arming and knocking balls down and acting like balls weren't catchable and all types of shit. Okay? Michael Crabtree was a great sign. But we signed Darius Hayward-Bay before we fixed that. We could have had him before that. All right, man. Josh McDaniels had bad luck. Eugene having bad luck. Oh, the luck is horrible. Okay? You lost that Super Bowl, bro, for wearing our logo upside down. Jalen season, what's going on? Hope everyone's doing well. Okay? All right, man. Coupon Tom, yep. Antonio Brown, yep. Get your Derek Carr, get you fired, yep. Dwayne Harris, that's what. Okay, thanks. I couldn't think of his name, Reese. I knew it was somebody. But I know Denarius Moore wore 17 too, because me and my wife, when we were in London for the Raider game, man, we were having drinks when I got a picture with me and Denarius Moore together, bro. But yeah, you're right. It was Dwayne Harris. Dwayne Harris, that's who it was. All right, man. What's up, P? What's going on, P? All right, man. Khalil Mack wanted packs paid. No team discounts. Nah, man, he wasn't fooling with us, man. Let me tell you, kind of bright, man. Let me go ahead and switch this back, man. All right. kind of bright, man. Let me put it right here. Sun's dropping. Yeah, see the sun? Let me move up right here. Okay. Come on, man. Look at my shit. My setup is tight as shit on my dope ass couch, man. Come on, man. What you talking about, man? What you mean, bro? I got the whole setup outside now, dog. I can just lay down, man, and relax. Turn on the game, chill. I'm gonna get my TV over here. I'm gonna get my man. It's about to be barbecue chicken out here. Okay. All right, man. Okay, Kenny Clark. All right, man. Okay. Kenny Clark said Boned in the Pats will you own the Fox. Okay, we'll see. What's going on, big dog? I see you, big dog. James Nelson. Okay, you was talking about Michael Crabtree. I hate them. He plays with the Ravens, 20,000 Cardinals. I mean, King Krabs came over here and handled his business. Okay. I mean, King Krabs, when he played for us, he handled his business, bro. I don't see a problem outside of him getting his ass whooped by what's his name? Shaheed was his name. Aqib Shalib, whatever that fool name is. Aqib Shalib whipped his ass, tore his chain off. Popped his chain, beat his ass. Okay. Yeah, Aqib Talib, that's his name. Okay, man. Appreciate you sharing the stream, big dog. All right, man. Cost a Super Bowl that year. Yeah, man. Marcel Reese is a Raider. Yeah, Sel Reese used to be at the clubs with us. The thing about Marcel Reese, bro, Marcel Reese always dressed in a suit and tie. We be at the club in Oakland, man. Everybody's like, wearing fly club gear. Marcel Reese was always suited and booted, bro. He was always tie, shirt, tie, suit. He was always suited, bro. He was a suit guy. And that's how he got to be in the NFL, man, because he was always now that I know where he's at now, because we're like, damn, it's hot, man. Why is this nigga wearing this hot-ass suit? Because he was dressing for the job that he wanted, which was to be in the NFL front office, man. Marcel was always in a suit, bro. Always clean. Always, bro. Didn't matter, dog. He was wearing a suit, bro. Everywhere he went. Everywhere I seen him at. Okay? You said you're a Gruden guy. Gruden is somebody who's on the fence with me, too. Derek Carr has his own YouTube project. Yes, he does. Okay? Nice setup. Where's the bar? I'm working on it. I'm working on it, dog. We getting it together. I can't let y'all see everything, man, but come on, man. The couch long as shit. Of course, my son, he's already got his stuff out here, man. But come on, man. This couch brand new, dog. Brand new couch, man. Got the awning up. Come on, dog. It's about to be lit in here. I'm about to get my heat in here, man. Get my heat in here, man. Get cigar, man. I got everything popping, bro. Sit back, lean back, man. Man, what you mean? Come on, stop playing with Shaq, dog. Got the computer hook up. Man, it's about to be, get my TV out here. About to be lovely, dog. It's about to be lovely. Yeah, Aqib Talib, man. All right, man. We signed place kicker. Yeah, man, the Tokyo Toe. We'll see what he does. Okay. All right. Yeah, Oakland is definitely not Vegas. All right, man. Okay. Yeah, P, you know, the wife, like she want to be out here. We were out here, picked my son up from summer camp, came over here, man. We was out here, we ate out, and we just out here chilling. All of us was just kicking it. I got the ottomans, I got my feet up. We got the carpet down in here, man. It ain't cold in here. Got the awning that rolls up. Man, it's been lovely. I've been out here literally since 12 noon, dog. Larry Ramirez with the 1999 dono, man. Hey, man, everybody put a 1 in the chat for the 3-ringer, man. I told you, Larry, man, he's recovering right now. We showed you some love earlier, big dog. And we just definitely want to give our well wishes, man. Put a 1 in the chat for Larry, man. Larry is, he's on the mend right now, man. Can't keep a good man down, man. All right, man. Can't do it. All right, man. Stay straight up, man. All right. Yeah, man. That's all for you, big LR2. Okay. All of that's for you, LR2. All that's for you, pimping. Okay. Showing love, man, to a real one. All right. So, yeah, man. We just in here chilling, man. We got a little bit of a win out here, man. But end of the day, man, we got to understand, dude, that, we all Raiders, man, but we all got different opinions. Me, I'm hardcore. Bill's hardcore. Larry hardcore. You know, we're hardcore, man. It's like, man, you have to check all the boxes, bro. You don't check all the boxes, man, then we're gonna have to go to a vote, you know. But yeah, man, Khalil Mack, man, he don't want to be one of us, man. And we don't love who don't love us. Simple as that, man. We all got family members who don't want to have anything to do with the family, bro. Like, what are we gonna do? Okay, Khalil is born into the family, drafted. His best years was with us. He only has one award with us. He wants to act like he ain't us and he better than us. Where's your wins at? Where's your playoff win at? You still don't got a playoff win, boy. You don't got no playoff win, homie, at all. You still walking around here without a playoff victory, bruh. Okay? And you ain't gonna get one no time soon. All right? Straight up, y'all. So yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go, man. Appreciate all the donos. Thanks, Larry, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that donated, we appreciate you guys. John Rodriguez with the $2 dono. Thank you. But yeah, man, ain't a whole lot to talk about, man. Nobody cares about what Jonathan Abrams talking about, dude. You wore 24 and put a black eye on the number 24. I mean, come on, bro. You absolutely shat on 24. Okay? You, Marcus Peters, Larry Brown, and a bunch of these other bum-ass niggas, y'all just shat on 24, bro. You didn't understand what it meant. You didn't, Michael Huff, y'all didn't understand what it meant. Didn't deserve to wear it. Nah, we don't need you, dog. And we don't need you to tell us that Josh McDaniels did some shit. We don't need you for neither one of those things. All right? So, all right, y'all, man. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing what I'm doing. Love all y'all, man. We'll see what's happening tomorrow. Go to Matthew Shack Unfiltered, man. Go pick you up something nice, bro. Okay? Especially that Mendoza, man. That Mendoza, man. Another Hall of Famer by the name, by the name of damn, man. Why am I can't remember the damn name, man? Damn, man. I done lost my whole mojo, man. Damn, man. Why am I shooting the blank right now? Oh, man. Come on, man. I'm shooting the damn blank right now, man. Shooting the damn blank right now. Hold on a second, man. Hold on. I can't leave on that note. Hold on, man. I can't leave on that note. Hold on. Okay. All right, man. Oh, Michael Wilcott in here. Oh, hell nah. Okay. We don't need that. 1 second, you guys, and then I'm gonna go. Give me a second, dog. Give me a second, man. I done brain farted, bro. Okay. Mike Haynes, man. I don't know why I was brain farting. Get the Mike Haynes there. Yeah, I finally did lose my mind, bro. Finally. Yeah. Mike Haynes, man, Hall of Famer, man. Go get that Fernando Mendoza, bro. I don't know why, man. It just did not want to come out, bro. All right, but that's okay. All right, man. Love all y'all, man. Michael Wilcott, man. How many Super Bowls have you guys lost, man, since the last time I saw y'all? None? But y'all definitely lost 4 straight, right? Just want to make sure you remember that. Okay? All right, man. Let me get up out of here, dog. Exactly. You lost 0, but how many did you win? How many have you won, Michael Wilcott, since the last time I saw you? 0. Okay, I didn't want to put that down. 4. You lost 4. Matthew Shackelfield.